What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Sit Down with Envy. Now, today, my guest is Dirty Tip Rat, also known as Prime Gaming owner. Right, so we'll start this off super quick. Who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
The rat. The rat's been around for a long time. He's been cooking. A bronze player. Never been to iron. This season he hit silver. I'm a teacher. I am a man of many talents. I am a producer, a DJ. In my spare time, I love to play guitar and piano. A bit of a classical pianist, jazz pianist, and yeah, I'm a gamer. What can I say? That's me.
80 carry players. You know,
I'm an AD carry main, but at the moment I'm actually in two minds. MV, I don't know if I want to go to the top, day AD carry or in jungle. I'm not sure.
top lane is if you don't want to have any friends. Jungle is if you want to be AD
Okay.
carry if you want to blame her.
I'm a bit of a blamer, MV. I think I'll stick to AD.
Hey man, perfect choice. Like my
Awesome.
mid lane, always relevant.
100%. It's just too much macro there for me. I don't have the mechanics, MV.
When champions like LeBlanc are floating around, I'm in.
100% you are.
Right. So, and we'll get straight into everything. So most people now know you. So previously you used to run a low elo team, right?
Yes, you met.
Now
Yes,
now you've evolved, right, from a low elo team to a oceanic gaming organization. So tell us
correct.
how that started up and what sparked that.
I think what sparked the idea was that there was nothing happening in the current, state. I wanted to be that person that could bring that enjoyment for other people back to the scene for amateur players. Like we're talking maybe gold to emerald and above. My initial goal was to sort of, you know, I love playing in the BSV days, Republic as they're known now, and back in the Gogoro gaming days where all of these players came together to socialize, but also to have a bit of fun. And that sort of that scene, as we know, is Oceania players, in this sort of area dropped off a bit for a good couple of years there. I think there's a bit of toxicity that happened, and for whatever reason, no one else jumped on board. I said, "Fuck it." You know what? 2024, my year to do something, do a change. I've always been really driven in, managing teams and uh, wanting to go that extra step for people, whether it be working alongside people or just bantering and having fun. And someone said to me, "Hey, dude, you got a good podcasting voice. Um, why don't you do something with this?" I said, "Yeah, do you know what? Like, I'm a low elo player. I'm not going to go anywhere with teams in terms of like higher elo, the tournaments that I play. But I just love watching teams come together. And yeah, I started, you know, putting out a business plan with a mate. Um, yeah, so Prime Gaming became a thing. I initially it was, to revive sort of the scene, gold to emerald, um, which I feel like I've done semi. I'm not quite there yet. I've got some long term goals that we'll talk about later. But yeah, we had our first tournament. I think you were involved in that. That was a success. I didn't really know what I was doing on the stream, but it was good. It was good fun, good entertainment. And then I started getting some DMs and PMs from Diamond players, and above that, um, and I had an Iron to Diamond tournament. That was pretty good. Yeah, and recently the tournament just gone Iron to Masters, which is extending the player base again. And now this time around, we're going to do two tournaments. It's going to be Gold to Emerald and Diamond to Masters with a little bit of a spicy. You're allowed one player challenger and grandmaster in your team, so it's sort of expanding, but
Yeah,
bit by bit.
yeah. Because my again, I'm on record like however many. Anytime I bring up someone who used to play in the old, my biggest issue, and I was a part of this as well, right? Like toxicity back then.
Hmm.
But the biggest issue, player base bit the
Yep.
right. Like there was very little appreciation for at the time to run the event.
Sure.
Now, I mean by that because we had some good tournament organizers back then. We had some mediocre ones.
Hmm.
And so I didn't like the excuse of, oh, we're volunteers, right, for the
Yes.
reason for it to be trash.
Yep. 100%.
However, because they are volunteers, you still have to get it's earned. They don't have to give their time. Right?
Correct.
The privilege, not a the not the word I'm looking for, but the
That's all right.
privilege.
That's right. I guess I touch on that as well. Like I'm a very accommodating person. My personality will go leaps and bounds for anyone else, provided they're going to show me respect and all that stuff. Now, but I guess I've tried to set up a space in Prime where there are parameters, and I do things differently. So thinking about things like, okay, you're not verified for a tournament unless you participate in a scrim with your team against a team of fully eligible players, which you can grab eligibility status by having a scrim or participating in customs nights. So thinking about these things differently to what anyone else has done, I guess I try and put my own niche on it. But I'm a no bullshit sort of person. Any bullshit, any toxicity, I shut it down straight away. And Prime's a space for everyone, regardless of if you want to have tournament fun, come in and do that. That's great. You want to have socializing with the boys, come in and banter. That all for it. But the minute someone's disrespectful, I don't tolerate that shit. So, I mean, it goes both ways, right? So, yeah, that's it, man. I feel like the space that we've got at the moment is a positive one.
Yeah,
I want to keep it that way. It's very positive. There's no downfalls yet, apart from people, not agreeing with some of the choices that are made. But that's the reality, isn't it?
yeah.
Can't always make everyone happy.
At the end of the day, you gotta do what, right. Like I again breaking down the right. I was one of the people who sent you one of those messages, right? I sent you the one. It was a few days ago when we were sitting up, right?
Hmm.
And I acknowledged that option three would get the most votes because the diamond players can participate in both tournaments if that's the option that.
Yeah,
Which is me personally. That's whatever. I know a lot of diamond players who are trash. There's my spice back on the cards. I'd happily like whip them up and down the rift. But there are a lot of players, especially in the gold to plat elo range.
are just not going to be able to cope with
Uh,
a diamond one or a diamond two, and there is that middle ground between diamond four and three. Okay, like if you're a high middle emerald player, you can probably compete with diamond three and four. But there are also Smurfs in diamond two, diamond one that are sort of pushing that masters, and that's where it becomes. I just can't risk that. Unfortunately, in an emerald tournament. So it becomes I've had to draw a line. If that's the line, then the diamond players, sorry, you're gonna have to work up a little bit, and so you should, right? You're pushing up anyway to that level. So you know, hey, we've seen people do it. We've seen our man Spinach do it. We've seen our man Ease Life do it. Push that higher level. So and they're good players, man. So
still mad
there's
at spinach.
100%. Oh, mate, I
Uh
love him. I love him. I got nothing bad to say
so,
about him.
so I have one bad thing, and I'm gonna put this on record. If spinach didn't go hit masters, right? Not saying
Yes,
he was sandbagging
yeah.
or anything, but if he didn't
Mm.
go hit masters, I wouldn't have had to play with Shuri in that finals. We would have won.
Hey, that's. I don't think that's up for question. I think
Yeah,
that's pretty true. You're speaking truth there,
I
right?
I know, like, and because yeah, we were on fire the first night. Take a note,
100%. Now, Shuri's had a bit of a name change, right? His name is now Shunky.
Sanji. Yep.
So he's put in a bit of a PM to me. So, am I eligible for the Iron to Emerald tournament? I said, yes, you are, my friend. Yes, you are. So you might be coming up against him again.
Hey, look, all I know is I'm pretty sure I'm breaking out the veterans like grandfather grandfather players.
And
We're getting out the retirement village, the crew,
fantastic, mate. I look forward
um,
to it.
walking sticks. I don't know if any of them play league anymore, but we'll find out.
I look forward to it.
um, Yeah, so like we were touching on some of the previous tournaments. So the ones I remember, I remember two of them. I think
Mm,
that's because I've only played in two. Have you had
yes,
three tournaments?
3 so far. Yep, yep,
Because I remember the 2 night event, right?
yep.
Which was the one with like the double elimination bracket,
Mm,
where somehow my team got the hard side of the bracket, so I had to hear the chirping from the other side the entire night. But anywho, we won't go into that. It's envy way. And then we had
yep.
the second night, which a little bit iffier in terms of the look. Like,
Mm,
wait, like half hours to play a game. Not saying that's why, but
yeah, yep, yep.
happens, right? Formats or whatever.
This is the last one, yeah.
Uh, on
Iron to Master.
maybe is that my team with?
Yep,
I had like
yep.
Islife Colat.
Uh, possibly. I'm not sure. Anyway,
More yeah, it was one of them, right? And it was
yep.
the 2 night event. I think it was Iron to Diamond. I don't think there was Masters.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, like it happens, right? Like like everyone's learning.
Yep,
Not
yep.
every format
100%.
favors everybody, right?
Correct.
I know you're talking about running, right? There are people like, oh, just cut it off at a point, night, and then just do it again next week. And some people have to get the day off work to play, or they have to get the night off work.
All these things are factoring. I try and factor in, but like not everyone thinks about that stuff. So I think one of the things that in previous tournaments we're going to talk about that. One of the improvements that I've been able to reflect on is obviously getting a structure down where we have a system in place that just works.
Yeah,
Okay, and I don't really like Battlefy. I don't choose to use it for various reasons. Um, but we feel like admin team. I work alongside close mates. I only work with close mates because I trust them. Um, we feel like we've got a good handle on this stuff now. But I think one of the areas of improvement that I lacked on, or I need to take into consideration, is the fact that I'm too accommodating for everybody, and not in a bad way. This isn't a very good way. I'll try and take everyone's perspective on board, regardless of if everyone feels that way or not. I do read everything in Discord. I take everything on board and have a chat to other people, but it was getting a little bit too hard for me to meet those needs, right? So I think this tournament, for instance, I'll give you an example. I had 8 teams to sign up, and then another 2 came on, which was 10, which ruined the format of the double elimination, which I promised at the start. So yeah, there's a bit of inconsistency there for people, maybe a bit of a surprise. And then I had an 11th team came on, and I promised that team, oh, fuck yeah, come on, you can play in the tournament. I'll make it work. So then I was searching for a 12 team, and then I found a 12 team, right? Going from 8 to 12 in the span of like 2 hours, right? It's
yeah.
a lot of stress for me because I just want to make it work for everybody. Everyone has a space in my space. Um, and then a team dropped out, so I was back to 11, which completely stuffed the format up. And this was like a day before the tournament
It's a
happening.
bracket
And
breaker.
then I had to let someone else down. And I'm not going to name that name because, um, you know, we've already had that discussion in person. I had to say, hey, dude, sorry, I promised you this. I went back and forth a little bit with this person and I let him down and I had to pull the pin on him too. So I was back to 10. So this time around, I'll probably just cap it at 8 or 16 if I get that interest, which I don't think I will at the moment for the player base reasons. I'll cap it at 8 for both tournaments, and that's bad luck. And there will be a date that you join in by. If you haven't joined by then, do you know what I mean?
Unlucky.
Yep.
I'm unlucky, right?
So
Because
rather than oh yeah, I can give you this exception. No, it can't happen. It's too messy. I've got to do it the way that I know works. We know works.
I feel that, right? Because at what point do you down, right? Because back to PSV, and like your mates are like, I just give me the exception. And it's like, bro, I can't, right? Like, what's good for one person has to be good.
Mm-hmm.
If you put the hard cap on it, right? Like, first 8 teams that apply are in, then it is what it is. Right? It doesn't matter who's on the other teams who then it just you're shit out
Yep.
of luck. Happens.
Yep. 100%. Yep. And there'll be room, for 16 teams. Oh, I'm gonna run it. Trust me, we're gonna get there. I'm not stopping anytime soon. 2025 is Prime's year. 2024 started to build. 225 people now in the server. So it's just a matter of it's not about growth for me. It's about the quality of games and the quality of people that I have in the server. I think other people don't really focus on that as much. But yeah, it's the environment that I provide. It's only going to get better.
Yeah, because who cares about if this got 5,000 people, right? Like,
Exactly.
and no one communicates. It's wasteland.
100%.
Good on paper, but paper it's on is
Correct.
right. So we're gonna talk about this upcoming tournament,
All
right?
right.
So I'm gonna list off what I know based off like the couple messages I've seen. So
Okay.
we're running it for 2 weekends. So I'm talking about the low one now. Right?
Sure.
So gold to
Right.
emerald. It is the
Yes.
8th of February, 15th
Yep.
of February.
Correct.
So it's 2 nights. So obviously it all depends on how many teams you get, right? If you get the 8 teams, double elim, I'm gonna guess.
Yes.
That's
Double elim. Yep.
if you
100%.
go 16, it's a little bit harder, but maybe double elim later the stages of the bracket. Right, you get to a certain double elim.
We're
But
going for 8, and we're going
yep,
for double elim here, and we'll probably go on the night of the 8th. We're gonna go like a group stage, a playing stage,
yep.
maybe quarters, and then we'll probably do on the 15th. What it's looking at the moment, obviously still in discussions, nothing finalised yet. It's going to be semis, best of 3, and probably a finals, best of 5.
Good,
Fearless, fearless,
fearless.
fearless.
Okay,
I'm not
I
fucking around.
can I give you a suggestion?
Please
You could run GSL groups.
talk to me about that.
So instead of going like a bracket stage, groups of 4.
Mm,
Every team plays each other once, right? So
yep.
that gives people 3 guaranteed games on the night.
So
Top
like a
two,
round robin.
yeah, top two
Mm,
make it to bracket stage, and then
I like that.
raise and whatnot.
I
Because
can
that
do that.
way, first night doesn't have enough like a lot of games, but you still get like if you go to like a card store, right? You're like you do your buy-in of like $10 or whatever, still guaranteed games.
Yep.
Do like a bracket stage. If it's double elim, you might get 2 games because you might be out after 2. Right? And that feels miserable. Apparently that feels.
Okay.
Whereas you're guaranteed 3, right? And as long as you, obviously the groups are potentially randomly drawn, so
Yes, they
can
are. Yep.
you could get fucked over by group draw, but it happens. Lady Luck is smiling,
It's what it is.
Gangplank.
I think I'm happy to do a round robin into a sort of like a round robin is what we call not a double elimination, single elimination into best of 3, best of 5 finals. If that works,
Because you then go
that'll work.
in the first group, seed 1 plays seed 2 of the other group. So in theory, 2 top teams on the opposite side of the bracket, and then you in theory get the best finals possible.
I'll look at the option there, but I promise I've got to do the high. I've got to do the higher elo tournament double elimination. I skipped out on that one last tourney. I think everyone likes
Yeah.
that sort of style there. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be spicy, man. So you got the gold to emerald,
Yeah.
obviously. We're not gonna call it iron to emerald yet because I don't have that play base yet. The play base is talking iron to gold. It's just not there yet. I'll talk about that in a minute. Obviously, gold to emerald. With no sort of exception out of that. So
Yeah.
you can be emerald in any season, but you be diamond. It's bad luck.
The
And
diamond ever, diamond in the last
I'm gonna
to
say
the
diamond in the last. Let's go. It's still formalizing this stuff, but I think it's only fair. Diamond 3 or 4 is a cap. Diamond 3 capped. Like you can't be diamond 2 and above. In the last from 2023,
yeah,
maybe the last split to 2025. I think that's fair. You
is
know.
what 24. It's like you still hold your skill.
Correct.
That's not that far
Correct.
away. Far gone.
Exactly. And then obviously the higher ELO tournament, we're looking at, Diamond Open to Masters, with the exception rule that any of those teams can bring in either one Grandmaster or one Challenger player into their team. Um, yeah, these boys can play.
Yeah.
And I want to throw a bit of a challenge in there. I know a lot of people in the scene in Grandmaster, Aquilin to name one, Arcanic an ADC, and they're keen. So I thought, all right, let's start just trickling the idea of these boys Grandmaster Challenger in, and it's only one per team. So I don't feel
Yeah.
like it's going to be too, you know, um, unfair. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
reasonable.
rocking. Is that going to be peak from onwards?
Yeah, there'll be a cap on that for sure. It's definitely like 2024. Anything beyond that, no go. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Otherwise, that's too much.
Because I know of some like Masters Plus players who will sit around D2 only
Mm,
because it's like less decay games. Masters
yes, sure.
don't have to play the game on like some
Oh, okay, gotcha.
decay games.
One of those things.
Coverage.
Yeah, man. So look, big things ahead in the next tournament.
Yeah.
And I have said 2024 split one, split two, and split three, and 2025 split one. That's the Grandmaster or Challenger rule. Yeah, yeah. Do you want me to talk a little bit about you know further on from this tournament?
Once again, if you would like to give your 2025 roadmap, know that people may hold you to, but
That's fine. I mean, I'd say that I can't always, make dreams happen. Um, but I'll do my best. That's what I'm always going to say. I haven't always been consistent, and I'll own that because this is it's a me issue. It's probably not any of the community's issue. It's a me issue trying to deal with not being able to accommodate everybody's choices, and then a little bit overwhelmed there, a little bit of pressure, don't deal with it well, and make maybe the wrong decisions at that time. It hasn't happened that often, I don't think, but that's an improvement I want to make this year. But yeah, after this tournament, I guess you know we're going to be looking at uh, like weekly circuits, maybe,
yeah.
yeah, or fortnightly circuits. I'm going to be definitely trying to host an Iron to Gold tournament, yeah, or Iron to Platinum tournament, and then above. It's just about I've got to look in the right places for that. I think the server, the way it's built, is to have um, gold to diamond players only, right? So it's like my pond is full of fish that don't allow iron to platinums in there
Yeah.
at the moment because I haven't built that space for those players. They're out there. I've just got to find them. I've just got to dip in the right pool. If
The
that
right
makes
puddles.
sense. Yeah. So that's my goal: iron to platinum, and then emerald and above, and build the scene back. Let's do it. Uh, I'm the right person to do it. I think I'm motivated. I'm not just going to give up. A lot of these people that try, it's too hard. Oh, fuck that, man. Like, I don't just put my hand up for this shit because there's something in it for me. It's not about that. It's my enjoyment, but then it's for the community. I'm a big believer in that. So,
I I've ran a couple tournaments in my years. I despised it personally. Right, it's not a I'm not. Because if I'm sitting here, right, having to watch the tournament, like fuck, I wish I was playing. Right, it's that
Mm,
competitive drive to like want to play, and especially if I see some bozos, not naming, ah, and that laning is god awful. Mine would be so
sure.
much better on, right. You
Yeah.
know, just that's the competitive mindset. That's what's held me back from someone who does the content for like which
Yeah.
uh,
But it's mm,
is. I'd much rather just hold the trophy at the end.
sure, sure, sure. And like I've had a chat to, people on the side that are in Prime as well. I said, fuck, I want to play. You know,
Yeah,
like no, no, tip, tip, tip. Just settle the fuck down. Eat some cheese. You love doing this. You're not playing this one. There'll be someone else that does it. I'm like, I don't know about that. You know, but yeah, it's not about that. I mean, I'll get on the custom games and have a go with the boys. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, man. So that's upcoming tournaments in terms of like giveaways and stuff. I'll be doing those hopefully 2025 as well. More often, maybe every couple of months, sort of thing. Lucky dip at the pool.
yeah.
Winner takes home a 1350 skin or whatever like that. I'll keep things interesting. We might do some 1v1 ARAMs here and there. Let's mix it up a bit. Let's do some stuff that other people haven't done and ventured into it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, hey, we tried.
The harm no foul.
Exactly. That's it. It's
Right.
a bit about Prime.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people?
No, I guess just, you're always welcome. Come in, have a good time, bring some positive banter, bring some mates. But like I said to Envy, like we got to build. We want to build, but it doesn't happen. Just a couple of people driving. It's got to be a community thing. So if you know any iron to golds or any iron to platinums, make them feel welcome.
Yeah.
Come bring them into the custom games because if you join a custom game, you're verified for tournament play. So it's also that second fiddle. Hey, I want to join my tournament. Oh, there's a couple of steps. You want to come and have some fun in a customs night without any issues? Oh yeah, all right. Okay, cool. You've joined. You participated. Good luck. You're in the tournament now. You're eligible.
Yeah.
But I think one of my main goals, and I'll end on this, is I want these players that are within my scope. Right. I'm bronze. I'm hard stuck. Silver, I hit silver 2. My highest season was 2023. I hit silver 3 last season. Um, I want these players because there's a lot of us, and we're not all shit, regardless of what everyone thinks. That obviously the differential in skill level is a lot. Um, to have a space where they can come and maybe form a team. Come on board. Hey, I know this bloke that's silver. Why don't you try and have a bit of a mingle with him? Or in the future, looking ahead in future tournaments, there will be. I won't give it away yet. I won't give it away yet. But anyway,
Yeah.
people come in, find a space, maybe create a team just for the banter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what I've done. I've got five really close friends, and we jam five. Like we don't know each other personally. Well, we do now because we met up. But I've been playing with these boys for like 8 years, and over games, man, just mutual friends. Hey, let's have a game, and it's so much fun. You know what I mean? I want to give that to other people because it feels good. I will touch on what I was going to touch on. Now, I don't know if this is going to be something that everyone agrees with, but we're working on a system that allows for um, uh, taking into account rank in past seasons and
Yeah.
current season, um, based off of an aggregate point system. So rather than having a tournament that's capped at, let's say, Diamond 3 or Masters, you might have a mix of players from different ranks that accumulate. Those ranks accumulate different points, and you can only have a certain amount of points, and
Yeah.
therefore that makes up your team. So this sort of thing is like we're thinking outside the box, and you feel me?
I do.
Like
I do.
we
I
want,
know. I know some systems like fast.
but it's early days, brother.
Hey, I look
Hopefully that
forward
gives
to
you
it.
a bit of an outlook.
Yeah. Looking forward
Fantastic.
to it. I've got the 8th of February circled on my calendar. Start playing some Dynamite again.
Fuck yeah, dude. This this season's epic. It's gonna be wild. Yeah, the new jungle creature. Yeah, there's a lot going on the map. I can't
I'm
wait to
gonna
see
have
what
to
you start
find
about.
Shanji on the Rift as well.
We will. Don't worry, he'll be there.
Uh, an Aussie War Ninja. That's
He's
hey,
he's hey,
kicking somewhere.
I'm close with him too, so we'll bring him back in. Let's yeah, hopefully it all happens. It will.
Yeah, hey, everything always works out.
Absolutely. Thanks, Envy, for having me, man. And is this your first episode for a while?
It actually is. I think my last one would have been last year.
Hell yeah, dude, I've enjoyed it. You know, you're welcome anytime to come and have a chat, and we can work something out.
Don't worry. On my next one, on the back of my wall, I'll hang like a it,
Yeah,
just because I won. I'll just
yeah,
wear a medal.
absolutely.
And if we
I love
lose,
it.
there will never be another episode with
That's it. It's done. I've cursed you.
done first. Right,
All right, brother. Thanks so much.
right. Peace out.
Cheers, man.